let's test this then. Hot point Blair. No, it's a WMAOD844, so it's an what was I going to say? It's a AO.com exclusive machine. So fair, these are like made like 20, I think these are like sort of like 2016, 2017, something like that. By which point you had sort of like the ultimate S lines and all of that out. So right, so when I actually picked it up, two things occurred to me straight away. One, when I lifted it up, the belt was hanging off it. I put the belt back on, but it's because, yeah, the bearings are gone. So I think the spider's like, yeah, is that right? Yeah. So, right, okay, so we'll put this on just naturally. So I think if it's been running obviously rough like this, it's thrown the belt after they've thrown the machine out. It was literally thrown out around the corner. Literally around the corner. So I literally wheeled it back. Right. And they've got that in it. So I'm going to presume that they've used liquid a lot. Obviously there's also mould, weirdly. It's built up a little bit since I've brought it in, which is very weird because I took the filter out straight away and mould's built up since. But if you lift that away, it is black. So yeah. Yeah, 1400 spin, 8 kilogram. Right. I've got plans, so don't. So what we're going to do is we'll put it on and then go from there. Very interesting, the spin icon lights up. Let's have a look at this. It's another Indesit IWC 81482, but unlike the one I've got, which has got like the Whirlpool drum, it's got the standard Indesit drum. What baffled me though was them. Can you see? They've only got 10 holes. And I initially thought, well, hang on, this isn't a 7 kilogram drum though. It's got this in. And I thought, ooh, I know, I wonder if they put the 10 hole ones on the 8 kilogram drums. Or is this drum slightly smaller? And then it kind of dawned on me that what they might have actually happened is the 12 pedal holes have snapped off and somebody's fitted the 10s as a replacement. Right. Anyway, I'm not fixing this up for really obvious reasons. Yeah, apart from that, if we have a look at the back, it's all caved in. Literally caved in. Also, no lid. Oh no, there was a lid, but it's completely snapped off. Like, somebody has just ripped it off. So you would need a lid, it would need that, and we don't even know what's wrong with it. However, when I picked it up, there was one thing I really wanted off it, and it's this drawer front here. Because of course, my 9 kilo IWC doesn't have a drawer front on it. It's missing. And the trouble with that is sourcing one. I have found another 81482 draw front on eBay, but a 9kg one won't come up, so I'm going to have to settle for an 8, I think. So I thought I'll take that off, and I can't remember if I'd already picked that up or not, but I thought, well, the drum's good on this, yeah. So I thought, right, I'll take the drum out, and that can be a spare drum, and I think, and then I can put it onto that. So what's wrong with it then? I wonder. The pump's running. Yeah, it started running and then it stopped, so it's blowing all that out. Motor's going. In fact, actually, because the motor is running, because that pump is working, somebody's obviously tried to look at it and try to fix it badly. But there's nothing to suggest there was anything ever wrong with the machine. Oh, I've just realised I can't drop the tub in that. The different openings, that's 30cm, that's 35. Dang. Oh, I've just realised I've got no use for it. Well, I'll just take that off then. Simple as. I mean, I picked it up initially for this. That's all I wanted it for. Tubs looks fine, so drum's fine, whatever. So I think I'll go up to the garage, I think, for now. Because I don't, yeah, there's nothing off the top of my head where I need a tub. In fact, truth be told, what I might do because that's working, because that's running, because it's full of crap. Absolutely, look, you see that is all dry bits. So what we'll do, it looks like it works. So unless it's got like a heater fault, or it's got some weird bore fault somewhere, we'll plug it in. All bits of the the dust from the spider. Once you get it off, you can still save the spider. I think we'll do that then. We'll run this on a boil wash as normal and see what's wrong with it. Because actually, saying that, if it's got a hole in the tub, then it'd be no good. Yeah, we'll do that. At least I got my drawer though. All that matters. That's all that matters. This. Oh, and by the way, I didn't go out to get it. What happened was I went to Manchester to pick up the Hisense, and it was basically on the main road out for scrap. So I went past, and then I thought, I'll have a look at that when I get back. I'm going to pick this up, pick that up, and it was still there. And I thought, well, actually, because it's an IWC 81482, it's got its drawer front, I want the drawer front. And it was so battered, I thought, well, either way, even if the drum's salvageable, which it is at the minute, it's worth saving. It's worth bits. Right, we'll do that then. We'll throw this on to wash shortly. Well, now actually, we'll put it on now. We'll just get that Beco out. That is actually really hot. Yeah, it's out the drawer. So what I've put in is a cup of citric acid as normal, but I put in 2 lots of this pink stuff. When water hits this, and I think because it's mixing with that straight away, it's explosive. It just exploded out the drawer then. Right, so I picked this up a bit of a while ago actually. Can we see the first problem? The door glass is upside down, ready? And the whole entire door is hanging off. Let's put that back on. There we go. So it turns on. Let's put on the spin drain quickly. It's quite late on the model, this one. Pump works. Bet it's got no brushes. Yeah, bet's got no brushes. 10-year-old, what do you expect? It's a Beco. So, the plan is to replace the door. I've got a spare. Oh yeah, from that Beco scrap from work last year. So the spare door hanging about somewhere, that can go on. And then, so put the new brushes. We'll have a look at the brushes first. See what the length of them are. Then we'll have a go. No. Oh, while we're at it, yeah, this is heating up. No idea why it's here then. No idea why it was chucked out. No idea why it's so bashed at the back. I'm guessing that whoever you had it were absolutely clueless. In that sense. That one makes sense. That has an actual problem. This one doesn't appear to have a problem. But, yeah, pretty obvious. The brushes have worn down. That's the one that absolutely failed then. I got that one as well. So it can go in the bin. However, I've got no spare. So I've put this to one side for now. Until I've got the spares to come in. But at least we tested it. At least we know what it is. I'll just throw it to one side again. In the meantime, I'll go to the garage. I can get the spare door. So that can be fitted. I'll order some brushes. Put them on to order. And then, yeah, we'll go from there. Look how filthy the water is. I put 2 lots of vanish in there. Look how it's just died down. Disgusting. But that will help. Right, just put some electrical tape around that slightly damaged lead. And we've got a temporary lead in. We've got no drain hose though. But the drain hose, this isn't drained unfortunately. So hang on, I'll just try something. Let's just get that out. So, that way. There we go. So, put on some in the drain. I doubt it'll work. Yeah, it's gone off. Way up. So on, ready? And yeah, it's gone off. Weird. It's gone off. As soon as you press start, it will go off. It's locked it there. Lock door. Drain pump. Yeah, the valves are on. Obviously can't fill up. Right, now door's unlocked, look, it's yeah. Perfect wiring, it might be a dead board. In which case it's scrap. That's horrific! I do get some kind of joy. I do get joy actually doing this. Cleaning machines out like this. Seeing that dirt. Ugh. So something that's more interesting that's come out is out the filter. A chewed up £5 note. A couple of coins. Whatever that is. Screw. Oh well. And yes, I've had to destroy the filter to get out of it. It was already broken. The little handle was already broken off, so I've just basically hammered it out. Right, let's take a look at this Hoover H wash 300 light. It was thrown out by the same house, certainly outside the same house, where about a year and a half ago I picked up a hot point, a graphite hot point outside the same house. Right, there is no lid, so unfortunately if it works I will have to order a lid. Can't imagine it being that expensive. I had a look round whilst I was picking it up. Obviously had water in it, you know, stuff like that. Entered the water, fair enough. Right, so got this under here, don't know why, really bizarre. If you look at the springs, one's fine, one's actually got rust on it. The tub, now this is what made me kind of go, it says 2020, so either this is a replacement tub from a used machine, or have they really been out for 5 years? Surely not. Anyway, back plate, I have actually got that, I'm still with it, so the only thing missing was the lid. Right, okay. Oh, let's go and put it in. Yeah. Think we found the problem. So, Ghibli clamp, so it's been attached under the sink. That's fat. Fat stops it from draining. Of course it will stop it from draining. Of course the fat's built up because they've only been using rapid care on whatever minute session they wanted with their pods and liquid. Let's have a bet then, shall we? We'll take the fat out of this. I'm just going to basically stab it out and then we'll see. So the fat will probably end about here somewhere, around there. And then we'll put it on a boil wash and see what happens. So another thing just to mention as well, what might happen is some machines I might get, put them in and then go, oh, it's all fully working. Not realising I have to put it on the boil wash, I may have also taken all the fat out. It's amazing what a boil wash can do. That's why I'm supposed to do drum clean. Running. They're a bit squeaky too, so probably have to check the brushes at some point. We'll let this do rinse this first and then we'll put a boil wash on. Right, let's take a look at this Beco Excellence 1200 8 kilo spin. Yeah, so pick it up for scrap and it came out like that, you know, they've taped the door. Yeah, that's it. That's your problem. Seen it before where it goes in by accident and the little clip's still there. It's been slammed so hard that it's just pushed it in. Right, so what I'm going to do, that sounds weird. Oh, no, I know what that is. So, more likely, so I've had to wire the plug on. They've chopped the hose off. They also chopped the plug off, hence why I had to do that. But at least it left the entire lead on still. So, okay. Right, so let's just have a quick look underneath. Ew. That's the fat from the Hoover. Yeah. Oh no. The hose is there. So that clanging I'll check the heater. As daft as it seems, the heater sometimes pops out. And I'll check the pulley, because the pulley can make the same noise. You'll need a hose anyway, so I think the first thing is just to see if it gets it to spin first before I do anything else. After I fix the door lock, so I need to just do the door lock. Also, I need some screws. No. So I'll take the back off, check the heater, check the thing. Obviously got no kick plates, that's missing. Can't imagine a replacement one would be expensive. Look, ta-da! We even put a hose on, and it was the hose that was for turning the drum. Well, it's got the noise. So, yeah, that's missing screw. So, right, it's stuck in a cycle. Right, okay. Yeah, it's stuck on daily quit then. Right, okay. Right, so I wonder if it's got a blown door lock. May have. Still wanting to go to Daily Quick 30 for some reason. I can't get rid of it. The last time I had this problem, so we had like that Beco Excellence WME 7167. That was the same. You had to run the cycle. It was set up so you could set anything else. Now, I think I'm right in saying that the play flashing means it's trying to lock the door. And it will go solid once it's locked. Okay. So, try a door lock first, and then we'll go from there. Because if I get it to lock, I can then cancel the cycle. Hey! Faulty door lock. So now, if I pause it, thank you very much. There is one thing, why can't I cancel the program? There we go, we've gone to end. Yay! Anyway, can I change program? Yes, I can! Yes, 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 yes! Does it tumble? Yes, it does. We are in business. Let that cancel, we'll attach the water, we'll get it going. Let's just get 2 screws at the bottom now. Oh, and a kick plate, don't forget, but yeah, we are in business. Ooh yeah. I'm gonna have to buy one? I might have a spare. It's just occurred to me. Oh, also, what was also missing was this blue nozzle. Forgot to mention that. Look how disgusting it is. Yeah. Daily quick abuse like this. We are getting on, actually. We're doing pretty well here. Truth be told. This... Yeah, we were actually quite hot. That is a lot hotter than normal. I believe these are 1600 watt, aren't they? Yeah. So they're not too bad. These will hit around 75-ish, stuff like that. On the long setting, put it on level 2, it might not hit. It might not hit past 60. But it's at least a lot better than the old 43 degree, 90 degree watches. Right, I'm gonna let that unlock. Ugh. I'll wipe it out, and then we'll put it on drum clean. So we're fully working, but I've got to just show you something. Whilst I was just wiping excess gunk off this door seal, which I was going to take off anyway. And normally I bleach them and put them back on, but this one will be going in the bin. Hello! Right, so what I'm going to do now, throw some towels in. Because this doesn't have a proper ball wash, like self-clean, put some towels in now. That will throw the hot water up and get rid of all the bits. Because we've got 90, even though everything's still, all the like crud is still stuck up here, once it's thrown it up, it will knock it all off. And that's level, by the way. course it run off. Typical Hoover. It's clearly unbalanced, it's still spun. By the way, the washer was level, it's now unlevel. But the without the top, the whole machine flexes. It needs its lid for rigidity. I love how Hoovers just don't give up. Really? It's supposed to go on this long? I don't remember it ever going on this long. Anyway. Right. I'm not too sure. That hole in the middle is just is just hollow. There's nothing there. So you've got your steam one on this side, which is empty. You've got this one, which is not sure. That is the actual jet, but yeah, not sure how much stuff's supposed to come out of that. By the way, that banging is actually from that. Right, that's happily finished. I'll just put it on another rinse to get any bits out. A bit better. Still usually just a dribble. Got an idea. Put it on boil wash. I don't mean tub clean, I just mean a boil wash. With, I think, some like detergent in. I mean, I'll just a quick look again at the. Oh, this door's huge. I reset this Beco. Put on self-clean with a bit of vanishing to obviously pick up all the crud now that's been left behind. But it only did the rinse, and that was it. Yeah. For the first time around doing this, it did the entire cycle. That was normal. Second time, don't know why, but it's decided to fill, then do the pre-rinse, drain and end. It's not the first time I've had this issue with Becos. This is heating up really nicely. It's proper there, but obviously the jet's switched off during this part. Alright, 77 it's at. Right, so after boil washing, yep, it's full lime scale again. We're getting there. It'll take ages. Right, let's do something I've been needing to do for a long time. We've got no seal on here. So, what I had originally, I ordered from Maddox after reading, after talking to Maddox, I asked them for a door seal for one of these. However, if you put the word door seal in, it's not what you think it is. It's not that. This is called something else, not a door seal. It's called like a, I don't know, a door whatever. It's just a bizarre word. So after looking at Aswo, which I'm now with, just do all the shopping with Aswo. Yes, it's slightly cheaper on Maddox and all that blah blah blah, but with Aswo, because you have exploded diagrams, you can just simply look, see what part number it is, put it in, tap it in, and there you go. You get your actual part number. And sure enough, this has a different name. It's also a different material look. and it's a different design. So I'll put that on, and then we should be alright. I'll take out all this crud first. Right. Ooh, look at that. So this looks like it's jetting a lot. It is. But it is only jetting on the door. Quite a lot on the door though. So you can see how freely it is. So what I've done is taken the nozzle out. Look, you can see all the bits now coming through. Sure enough, in the machine there is still quite a lot in the pipe going through from the pump up and round. There is still a large amount of limescale coming through. So what I've decided to do on this round of tub clean is, obviously, when it goes through its main wash, I'll put citric acid in again, and hopefully that'll jet it all out. Now I've not put that in, I've taken it out and I've shoved the rubber pipe straight into the hole that this sits in. It's not clamped, so it might come out, but obviously I only did it temporarily whilst I was doing this. Hopefully it will shove around the citric acid, get rid of even more of the horrid lime scale on this, and then we'll be good to go. Do you know what? It's a mix of lime scale and really cheap detergent. I mean, either that will leave it off and then it never jets on the load and only jets on the dump. A bit like an e-bag. But no, I want it obviously done proper. We are getting there with this machine. It's taking ages, but we're getting there. I'm not being funny, but all for a jet. Like, any normal person won't be bothered. But me, no, I want the jet. Missing a screw there. Right, reattach the jet as normal this time. Again, a little more line scale come out of it. Hopefully, we'll be fine now. Right, let it do its thing, see what happens. Right, now I've got a proper jet, look. It is a proper spray out like that. They're working. It's taken a while, but we've got there. Right, what I'm going to do now, I'm going to level up the legs, throw some towels in, and just do a quick load test. By the way, that's towels down there, but it's not leaking. It's just all the water from emptying the filter so many times. Right, we're going to put a load of towels in, about half a load in. We're not even that. Bear in mind, there's like 5 bath sheets in there, a couple of bath towels. Made a dent in the drum side, It's huge. Put it on normal cotton 60 with time save. See how long it takes. So now what we're actually testing is making sure that the motor's fine under load. Like we haven't got a problem with like the other LG 8 kilo thing I've got and never fix. So we're making sure of that, but also making sure the shocks are okay and stuff like that. By the way, I have levelled it just by pushing the machine back. That's how uneven my floor is. But if you think I'm going to be recording it right now, it's going to be put to one side for now until probably the weekend, to be honest. And then I'll probably record it. Seems like a bizarre one, but what I'm doing now over the next couple of days, I've recorded that. So I'm going to be doing a couple of wash races, so makes it so much easier. Look at that. Also, in the meantime, I want to obviously give this. I've cleaned all the detergent residue off from like the body panels, for example. But I need to do obviously around here, and I need to probably get some electrical cleaner on the. Does that come out? I think it does. Clean all that. Clean that, for example. So, clean it round here. Take the heat shield off. Guys. Filtration. There we go. No, we're running low. So actually, I'll just run its entire cycle anyway. Oh, there you go. It's running low. It looks like you're running out of water, to be honest. I think that's what's happened. Yeah, because back up to full pressure now. Look at that. I love this. Right, let's take a look then. That sounds rough. Well, we knew that anyway. Rough, can't even tell when the... There we go. Press has kicked in now. Was it dry? It's fine. Once it heats up fine, shall I say, then we'll go from there. Because this is a lot, you know, if I could work on this, and then this would be quite a nice dryer to fill. Once they've redone the rollers, stuff like that. Let's see how quick it heats up though. Hopefully in half an hour should be fine. So after 21 minutes, or after double check, we are actually heating up. So I'm going to throw some washing in, put it on cup and dry. See if this dries. Let's see if it dried. Most sort of. I can't really tell, to be honest. Like it dried to a point, but it's still damp. So that could be because we haven't got fine adjust on. You know, for example, there's that problem. So maybe it needs more on. I don't know. Don't forget that this hasn't been serviced yet, so generally speaking, because this needs a good service, I would probably say that once it is serviced, it'll be fine. But this is also cup and dry standard, so of course it will always leave it slightly damp anyway, which makes perfect sense. Right. Alright, let's do that. Let's do that. Oh, I see. So it said 4 hours something before. 4 hours 2. But it looks like the plus was on. No water in that yet. Well, I'm actually here now, so I reckon that will take about an hour to do. What's a bizarre ticking noise? It sounds like it's coming from down here. Yeah, I play sensors and drops down time. Is it me? Oh, I just thought. Why is it spinning so fast? That's what I can't understand. Right, let's have a look what this is doing then. Plenty of airflow through there. An even bigger airflow through the condenser. Oh, sure enough, E06 overheating. I can only imagine it's a stat issue. They are clearly drying. In fact, yeah, it's if I do that, hang on. Turn it back on again. Yeah, we've got a stat issue. Right. Yeah, I'm 100% sure we've got a stat issue. A weak stat issue, so how's the front? Probably more likely the back. I mean, it could be the front, but I doubt it. I'll order a stat, see what we can do. Nope. No, I just bought this from auction. Brought it back. We're just going to plug it in. This should fully work. It's obviously from auction. Probably it's from, I think, one of the house clearances. I was looking at the numbers. Very obvious. Yeah. Got an odd dent. It's only got a dent down there, but other than that, it's actually the door seal is mold free. It's not the only thing I bought from auction, from that auction, so I'll say. There's an Indesit 2 that's also mold free. Anyway, I bought this simply because it's the washing machine version. Remember the washer dryer I got in the last testing video? Yeah, well, the testing video before that. Yeah, so that one I actually bought because I wanted to like download the program, and obviously it's quite current and it was up to date. It's all, you know, part of the, you know, kind of thing, and I wanted that so we could use the download program. Then this came along and I thought, well, actually, so now I can actually sell that washer dryer pretty much straight as it is once I've fixed the board mount. So other than that, yeah, since it's obviously now a new dry motor. So yeah, quite interested with these as well because you have fast and fast plus. Whereas say that by that point you only had fast plus. That was it, which they just labelled as fast. Bit bizarre. Let me just show you. So the timings, let's say for the cottons. So again, 2 hours 40. It's not 3.5 hours. Obviously it goes up with a full load. However, if you select fast plus like that, it's 1 hour 11. Same as that. But if you notice, it's got one in between there. What I believe it does, because fast plus on this will just basically shorten the entire final spin. This one, I think, extends the spins effectively. So the final spin is still a normal cotton spin. So effectively, you got fast, which will lower the wash time and delete rinse, then fast plus, which will speed up the rinses and the final spin and cut down the final spin. So what I want to test, I'm going to test it in a minute. So what we're going to do is use the quick program. If you select fast at 30 degrees and 600 spin, you'll notice it's not 14 minutes, it's 19 minutes. You've got to press it again to get it down to 14. Which says to me that by, I think what it does, when you select fast, it might delete to rinse and still leave the spin the same length. Whereas if you select that, it shortens the final spin. Because I am aware that obviously at 600, in fact, let's see. So if I do that and change the spin, it adds time, so it can't be the final spin it adjusts. Yeah, it can't be the final spin. So it must do 2 rinses then instead. Bear in mind, you have extra rinse function as well. So do what you will with that information. Right. So I'm going to test it in a minute on 40 with fast and see what it does. Then we've got hand wash. So the reason why I also brought this in for right now is it once it works, if it does work, absolutely fine. Because this is literally just a predecessor to that, literally up until that point of 2024, we will do any of the programs that are kind of like not on there on this, because I'm pretty sure the B500 also has the same program set, so it's lost a lot of its programs. I presume you can probably download them on the B500, which I have, which I've never tested, and I don't know if it works. Maybe it's worth digging out. But you get my drift, yeah? To be fair, with that B500, I had the door for it as well. It's just missing its screws, which I can, to be fair, I can just buy two screws. It's got its door that was off. It was put on top of the machine. Don't know why the screws are missing. The door was taken off properly as well on that B500. So I need to dig that B500 out, stick a hose on it, stick a cable on it, put 2 screws in the door and see if it works. See what's wrong with it. I don't think there's anything. I think even if it's got something major wrong, like the board, the motor board, because it's so cheap, you might as well just fix it. Anyway, download the program here. Nothing's been programmed in. What's programmed in looks like that's mixed fabrics. Yeah, it's mixed fabrics, which, like I said, has always been a useless program now. Anyway, never mind. But at least like on this, we've got dark care and we've got sportswear, which is like all missing from the B300, and downwear. We've got, so here you go, stain expert. So in the manual, like with this, it says if you press fast plus once, it will get a certain group of stains. You press it again, it get another group of stains. So let's see. Group of stains 1, group of stains 2. Apparently. I did definitely improve the dial, let's put it that way. Right, quick 40-degree program with a couple of towels, see what it does. Also I need to sort out the feet. For some reason the rubber, just the rubber, has come away from the metal. Right, so that looks like it cuts off 10 minutes. But if I increase the spin, it ups it. So it does something with the spin. Definitely looks like it does something with the spin. Probably shortens it. Maybe? That also came out of it, obviously. That, but also this measuring jug, which is... I'm not entirely sure. Because it's got this like special handle, so it's obviously used to clip into something. Bit of coming useful actually, now I'm thinking about it. Things you get from auction. Now, what's interesting about the new Beco is how low the water level is on, well, Daily Quick. This one's slightly higher. That's what you'll get on. Also from the Beco auction, we got this. And this is IWE 81681. That's 681 is in 1600 spin. Right, first thing to do is to remove this little pin badge. And then pop our door seal. And again, the door seal is immaculate. Even down there, actually. Look at the drum down there. It's pretty clean. Which means they may have used liquid and stuff, but usually, if you obviously use too much liquid, that's when it builds up. They may have not used too much, or they probably just used hotter cycles. Possibly. In fact, they probably use like Synthetics 50 or something like that. Yeah, it's serial number 30, so 3 is the year, which makes sense. It's a 2013 since we've got standard logos on here. So this is probably late on 2013. The standard logos were sort of put on, I can't remember whether it was April or August or something like that in 2013. That's pretty cool, that. Now we're starting to heat. Very nice. So, come to the end of its wash, and it's the first thing to spin. Do you know what? For 40 degrees, it will kind of get there. Not far off from that. Not 100% level, but that's not bad. Right, so it looks like fast. First time round deletes the rinse because this has gone straight onto last rinse. So it's done a 40-degree longer wash than normal, followed by an speed spin and 1 rinse less. But that means it should do it still. No, because then the spin varies with the... Right, okay. Got it.